Hi guys, my name is Dee Dee and this is my channel, Dee Dee Loves Beauty. I am a Southern girl who loves everything beauty related, whether it's beauty, fashion, hair, even home decor DIYs. So I hope that you will join me on my journey as I'm going through and navigating this world of beauty and everything. So guys, the look that I did today is actually a sunset orange look with a little bit of glow in it. It's a perfect look if you are going to any type of daytime event where you'll be outside and you really don't want any heavy foundation on. So if you like the look, please keep on watching and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is start with my brows, of course. A lot of people like to do that first. I've already started to fill in a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and just finish filling in with this eyebrow pencil by Nika. And I typically like to just fill in on the bottom portion of my eyebrow. I'm actually needing to get another threading pretty soon here. So next I'm going to go in with the MAC Pro Concealer and Correct Palette in Medium Deep. And I like to use two of the colors in here so that I can carve out my brow. I first go in with this color that is at the top. I'm almost out of here. I've definitely hit pan. But this color I typically put underneath my brows. And then I go in underneath the other one. And this just makes my brows look a little bit more clean, especially since it's time for me to get them threaded in. And then I just blend it down into my eyes. And then from there I'll go into the darker color that is right here. And I put it on the top because I feel like it alleviates that halo look that you could get with flashes, and it's easier to blend once I put on my foundation or tinted moisturizer, which is what I'm using today. Okay, and then I just blend that out with my fingers. The Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and just a little bit because it's very, I believe I got the wrong color, so it's very light, so a little bit goes a long way. And I just blend that out with my finger as well. I'm going to be using the Morphe 350 palette, and again it looks like this. I'm sure everyone's seen this palette by now. And I'm just going to take I believe this is a Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm going to start by going into a crease color. And I'm going to go with this color right here for my crease color. Just lightly blend that into the crease. Going for a very, very natural, no makeup look. And then from there, with the same brush, I'm actually going to go into this color. It's still a brown, but it has a little bit more of a red tone to it, and that is going into the crease as well. So I like to typically start out on the outside corner and then just blend into the inner corner, and make sure you blend, blend, blend. I find that the Morphe eyeshadows are very easy to blend though, at least in this palette. And I'm going to go into this red or red orange color. Dab, dab, dab. And I'm going to place it here on my lid. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and prime my face, because here in this Texas heat, it is sometimes unbearable. So I like to use the Smashbox. It is the Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And I just put a little bit of that on my fingers, and I typically just focus it on my T-zone, my forehead, down my nose, and then also I will put it on my cheeks, because in the summertime that is typically where I sweat the most, so that's where I could see some shine poking through. But typically I have very dry skin, so I don't have too many of those issues. I know I'm one in a million that has dry skin. It seems like everybody has oily skin. I'm not one of those people. So now that that's on, I'll let that sit for a second. The next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my mascara. Now I've been liking the Better Than Sex by Too Faced mascara. I love it, especially when you don't feel like wearing false eyelashes. This is the go-to. And I like to do my mascara next, just because I feel like it gives the primer a little bit of time to sit in and settle into my skin, so that once I apply my tinted moisturizer, it will just glide onto my skin. So as I've been saying, in the summertime it's very hot out here in Texas, and so I don't typically in the daytime like to wear foundation, because even if it's a lightweight foundation, it's still foundation is just too much for me. So I like to use the NARS tinted moisturizer, and I'm in the color Martinique. It's in medium dark 3. And I like to apply this with a brush, and then just like I do with my foundation, so I'll apply it with a brush, and then I'll go back in and use my beauty blender just to blend it out. And I like this tinted moisturizer because in the summertime I definitely get darker, and I'm okay with that. But when you are wearing foundation colors and you have to change your foundation color because you are too dark, that's pretty annoying. But I'm sure everybody goes through that. Make sure I get up to the hairline. Now during the summer, it really depends. Sometimes you could go in and use a concealer, but then sometimes it could be too much. But today, just for the sake of the video, I am going to go ahead and use the concealer. And right now I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Deep. And I just put it right underneath my eyes here, because I do have some dark spots. It's very important when you're doing makeup to make sure you are blending, blending, blending. Yes, it can take a lot of time, but it makes your makeup look way better in the end. so after that, I'm then going to go in with the Sacha Buttercup. Now, I've been interchanging with using this as well as the Laura Mercier, but I believe now, since I'm getting darker, the Laura Mercier comes off a bit white for me. So even though the Sacha Buttercup actually can be a little bit yellow as well, so I'm still actually trying to find out, well, not which one, but trying to find a powder that would actually work for me the best. So I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye concealer with the Sacha Buttercup. And since I have dry skin, I don't really like to bake too long because I really feel like it can tend to dry me out even more. So I leave it on for a bit, and while that is on, I'll now go into contour. And since it's the summertime, I don't do anything too heavy. I typically just like to use a bronzer. So I'm going to go in with the Queen CoverGirl bronzer in Ebony Bronze. That's definitely my go-to. And I am going to take a contour brush. This is Real Techniques as well. Okay, and now that that's done, I'm now going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm going to just sweep off that Sacha Buttercup powder. And I'm going to now go in to just set all of that and make sure it's all blended together. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. Really, in makeup, it's all about blending everything together. Okay. I'm going to go in with this MAC blush in Devil. It is an orangey color, which is perfect for my skin tone. And okay. And finally, of course, my favorite thing, which is highlighting. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. And I'm using a e.l.f. blush brush for this. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of that there. Yes. Alright, and then I'm just going to put a little bit here on my nose, a little bit here on the forehead, just places where light would actually hit. Okay. And now, since I'm finished with the face, I'm going to actually go ahead now and then go back into my under eye now that I've put my under eye concealer on. With the glowy summer look, I'm going to go in with none other than the Fenty Beauty. And I'm just going to apply that to my lips. No lip liner, don't need it.